What's up, boys? You already know what time it is. Another season of Fortnite has come to a close, and that means the beginning of a brand new season of Fortnite. Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3 is finally here. And of course, I'm going to be taking a look at it today. I can't really see myself that well, but apologies for my still wet hair. It is quite early, but I'm very excited to hop in and take a look at the latest season of Fortnite. Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2 was a really solid season from what I played of it. I didn't spend a great deal of time with that season. I go through phases, especially now. You know, I don't play Fortnite super consistently every season, just, you know, maybe just enough to get to level 100 or level 200 in the battle pass. But I did definitely still play enough to unlock all of the rewards and familiarize myself with the season. And Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2 was a really solid season, especially in terms of theming and location, but all around, even, you know, the meta and the items that were available that season were all really solid. I'm really excited then to dive into the newest season. What's really interesting about this season is the way that it's been handled is, as far as I know, pretty unique in terms of Fortnite seasons, and I've been following their release since the very beginning. I've seen every new season come out since all the way back in Chapter 1, and basically they have really made no attempt to keep this season any kind of secret, any kind of surprise. They basically, I don't know if this is going to be a new thing going forward, or this is just something that they're doing for Summer Game Fest. I know they revealed a lot of information about this season at Summer Game Fest, but the majority of what there is to know about this season has already been released in trailers and teasers over the course of the last couple of weeks. I have not made any tremendous effort to avoid spoilers, but I haven't watched any of the trailers, like, just straight up. So I do definitely still think there's going to be plenty of surprises in store for this season. I'm going to be running the standard gamut, check out the trailers, any story content, that kind of thing, take a brief look at the battle pass, and then of course playing our first games, hopefully getting a Victory Royale and obtaining that coveted Victory umbrella for the first win of the season, so that I can give my thoughts on what this season's going to look like. But I think that's really all I have to say right off the bat for now, so I guess all that's left to do is go ahead and launch the game and check out these trailers. Alright, here we go. Let's check on this over here. So I have definitely seen this. It looks like we're having some kind of like pretty large crater open somewhere, which is definitely interesting. Alright. So already I'm curious if there's going to be some kind of mud mechanic. And the dinosaurs are back. Okay, so I think I've seen something about this, the whole raptor riding thing. But that's just like an existing mechanic combined with an existing animal in a way that we haven't seen before, if I'm not mistaken. But this is definitely looking pretty interesting. This is kind of reminiscent of the jungle-y area that we had on the map last chapter, in Chapter 3. The quality of these cinematic trailers has gotten insane. Like, this is like movie quality. And then we have Transformers. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that that's Optimus Prime, because I don't know Transformers lore. I can't identify the different breeds of Transformers, but that looks like Optimus Prime to me. Okay. Got some Journey to the Savage Planet plans going on. Alright. Dr. Sloan. And we've hitched up. And we're frozen. Dr. Sloan. I wonder if there's a way I can get this to replay. Okay, we're getting like wildly out of order here. Let's hold that. Hold that thought. No. This is all out of order. It's messing up my flow. I can replay the cinematic. I don't want to replay the cinematic. I want the gameplay trailer. Alright, congratulations, Fortnite. You've ruined everything. We've got to watch the second trailer, the gameplay trailer on YouTube. Here we go. But alright, this map area is looking very, very cool. Very dense looking jungle, which I don't think we've necessarily had something this dense before. It looks like we're keeping the rail grinding system, but with some new jungle themed rails. Got the new jungle meowscles. This is looks like it's going to be a very interesting environment to traverse for sure, which is pretty exciting. I'm definitely hyped for some center map changes. Hopefully we'll get rid of most of the medieval areas from season 1 of this chapter. And it looks like we've got some kind of new thermal scoped rifle. I just can't get over how pretty this game looks now. I play on comp settings most of the time, but this is looking absolutely awesome. And this looks like a really cool location. It's the summer season, which I can't believe I haven't even mentioned that yet, but the summer seasons always kind of have a reputation for being pretty hype. But alright, there we go. There's the trailers looking very exciting. I'm definitely excited for this season. Looks like some pretty solid theming. Reminded me just a little bit too much of Chapter 2, Season 6, as we all know, the worst season in Fortnite history. But other than that, I definitely think this is going to be a really nicely themed season. I'm really enjoying this more nature-esque lobby background after last season. But it's definitely very interesting that we're seeing the return of Dr. Sloan. The last time we saw her, a very important story character, was Chapter 3, Season 2 at the very end. During the Collision live event, she appeared to be crushed. But it was later confirmed that she was in fact still alive, so we've known that she was going to be popping back up for a while now, but I'm definitely pretty excited. We haven't really gotten much story in a couple of seasons, honestly, as far as I know, so it's definitely pretty nice to see kind of a return to the more overarching story that we've been away from for just a little bit. I'm pretty eager to get into it. So obviously we're going to be taking a look at the battle pass. My thunder kind of got stolen from me. As a member of the Fortnite crew, I've already unlocked this season's battle pass and other crew benefits. You know, I normally like to do that little spiel when it's actually on the screen and I get to see the cool animation, but I guess we don't get to do that today. But we're going to be taking a look at the new battle pass and the new skins. Probably a pretty cursory look. I don't pay all that much attention to the new skins nowadays, but here at level 1 we have Era, which is a pretty nice looking skin, all things considered. The past lives within her. I can definitely get behind this skin. I like her little 0-point decoration she has here. She definitely has level 1 skin vibes, which I'm using as a compliment here. Then the next skin we'll be unlocking will be Trace, and I actually really like this skin. This definitely seems like the kind of skin that I can definitely see myself using quite a bit this season. He has this accompanying glider, which is super cool. The Psionic Surfer, I believe is how that would be pronounced. But then we'll be unlocking Rian for the third skin, and I'll be honest, this is the most generic looking skin I have ever seen in my entire life. This will fade just directly into the background. I don't dislike her look at all. I actually really like the hair kind of fitting into this like fire motif she has. She just does not particularly stand out. I have 55 skins in my locker that look exactly like this. This style actually fits the theming for the season pretty well though. I kind of like that. She's got a Beyblade for her glider, the Buzzsaw Breacher. Actually, that's a pretty decent glider. Why is this dude looking at me like that? I do not like the look on his face right now. This dude's a little something. But we've got Relic here, Intrepid Hunter seeking the island's secrets. That's a cool skin. I like how detailed it is. This game like is, even in performance mode, is looking really nice nowadays. Yeah, and I definitely like his style here as well. Deep Walker Relic. It reminds me a lot of the Prisoner skin from Chapter 1 Season 8, which I'm sure it's probably maybe intentionally trying to harken back to, because this season is very similar thematically in terms of the jungle theme and whatnot. I take it back, they managed to make a more generic female skin. I have 85 of this exact skin in my locker. I mean, this is just the most generic skin that I've ever seen in my entire life. I actually do like this style though. This is kind of unique. I really like the colors on this, and I think this pickaxe will probably go with her really well. That's got these lucha slashers. We got Lorenzo up here thinking he bad. It's alright. It's a battle pass skin. Looks decent. I could see myself wearing that. It's the kind of skin that I could see myself wearing. Kind of sleek. I like his little sword. He's got a little sword pickaxe. That's pretty cool. Or a machete. Marauder's machete. And then this is a pretty cool style. This is actually a pretty nice look. I like those colors. And then here we get another style for Era, I believe, but you know, the emote kind, which is pretty cool. That's actually a very cool animation. I enjoy that quite a bit. And then she gets, looks like another style up here, Timeless Era, and I actually like that a lot. I think Era's kind of carrying right now. That is an absolutely dope style. I'm really loving the greenish blue color scheme. And then staying with the whole 0 point motif that's just kind of very subtly incorporated into a lot of these designs that have to do with her is really nice. And then finally, it looks like we actually have Optimus Prime at level 100, which is a little disappointing. You know, again, no problem whatsoever with sponsored skins in the Battle Pass, but personally, I was kind of enjoying that. I think for at least a few seasons now, we've gotten non-sponsored skins at the level 100 position, which I do definitely prefer. It's a totally fine skin. I do actually kind of like the bulkier mech skins like this sometimes. Not really a Transformers fan, so this doesn't particularly do anything for me one way or the other. And then it looks like they know what we're all after, because they have the secret skin, or the unlockable, the extra skin. I have no idea what to even call these anymore, but Paradise Meowscles is the skin that we'll be getting later on in the season as an unlockable. So obviously that's very exciting. I think we're all big Meowscles fans here, and he's got some pretty cool styles as well. Clawsome Meowscles. I am absolutely loving it right now. Got his own glider in the new style, looking fresh. And then I'm actually really liking some of the bonus styles that they have here, especially this one, Luminary Trace. That is a very cool color palette. Overall, it's looking like we are having a pretty solid Battle Pass, all things considered. Interesting choice to put Optimus Prime at level 100. Some pretty generic skins, but also some skins that are pretty nice, and I'm looking forward to trying out. So, I mean, that's pretty much the best you can hope for now, what, 25 seasons in terms of Battle Pass memorability. I'm definitely very eager to go ahead and hop into my first games in an attempt to try to nab that Victory umbrella. I think all that's really standing in our way at this point is that I need to throw together my first combo for the season for this new level 1 skin. And then we'll be ready to roll and hop into a new game. Alright, I feel like I'm really getting tripped up by the lighting here, because in the lobby the skin looks very like black with maybe just like a hint of gray or like brown, but then in the locker it looks way more like brown and gold. And like it matches with the stuff I've picked a lot better. So we'll have to see what it looks like in game. But I've got my first combo thrown together. We got my boy Remus is going to drop into the first few games with us. That's kind of a W. That's pretty exciting. I definitely feel like he fits the skin really well, actually. But anyway, we are ready. We are going to hop into the first couple of games of Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3, or hopefully the first game singular, because we're going to get that Victory Umbrella. But our goal is to go ahead and obtain that Victory Umbrella, see what it looks like, give my first thoughts on the season, give my first thoughts on the first few games. We're going to hop right into it. Let's go. Alright, here we are coming in on the bus for our first game. And it definitely looks like we have eaten into that medieval section that I'm not a huge fan of a little bit. Maybe not as much as I would have liked, still very much there, but that's alright. We got a huge jungle section right here in the center of the map that we're going to have to drop into. I'm not usually one for jumping straight into the most dense populated areas straight off the rip, but you know, kind of looks like maybe we're gonna have to, seeing as how all of the new changes are smack dab in the middle of the map. But this is looking pretty sick, and I'm really loving this area over here that's very much giving me Dusty Divot vibes. First encounter survived. Ah, that's a dude. Alright, I'm dipping straight off the rip. We're at Cheeky Compound. Creaky Compound, that's a little bit better. Here's hoping I actually win my first game and none of this gets cut out so that you can actually hear my exhilarating first game commentary. This definitely looks like it's, oh yeah. Let that splash all over me, that's great. I'm like covered in mud. Oh, okay, so I slid in this mud and it makes you slide faster, alright. And then I guess that you continue to slide faster even afterwards. Good to know. I just now realized this is going to be my first game of the season with the new storm mechanics, where the progression of the storm is tied much more heavily to how many players are left instead of just like a linear progression. So I've just picked up the new Optimus Prime weapon, and it seems like some pretty heavy-duty machinery. I'm a little hesitant to try to use it, but it is mythic, so it does. Ooh, alright, I like that. Yeah, I know I play on competitive settings, which doesn't exactly have the game looking its best in terms of, visual fidelity. And also this vine is a great way to get around. But I'm really loving the look of this jungle biome, honestly. It looks really awesome, which is honestly pretty impressive. They've had like the fact that they managed to, keep making new biomes look fresh and unique. I have thought the last two from the last couple of seasons have kind of been duds to some extent, just basically just the bluegrass biome and the orange grass biome, but this is actually a really well realized environment. And they've had 4 separate jungle environments now, and of them, only 2 of them really looked anything like each other. Alright, second verse, same as the first. Game 2. Really hucking the outskirts on this one, but whose eggs are these? Alright, we're gonna win this match mounted on this dinosaur. Alright, counter for the dinosaur is move. Good to know. Oh, also, I just realized that I'm holding a drum shotgun, which is kind of insane. I was not using that right at all, which is probably why that fight went as poorly as it did. I'm just gonna pretend that would have gone completely different had I have known what I was holding, obviously. Alright, distract him, buddy. Go get him. Go get him. Bring him out. He's fighting my dinosaur. Go get him, buddy. Oh, no. He got stuck under the map. Okay, well. Oh, he got out. Alright, third verse, same as the first 2. Game 3, dropping back into the jungle, kind of sacrificed my last game to that whole dinosaur idea, completely worth it. Alright, pretty sick little area. I feel like it's really gotten me equipped for success. Alright, so let's test this out in fight. Alright, so I can throw. Jeez! Okay. Ha 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 ha. Get wrecked, kid. Alright. This is the tried and true method, okay? So we're gonna go somewhere completely unrelated to all this new garbage. Alright, so last season the only key to victory was dropping Citadel, so this time we're gonna end up dropping Brutal Bastion. I miss good shotguns. I miss the striker. I mean, I miss the pump, I think everybody misses the pump a little bit, but I mean, the striker, in my opinion, was just a really solid all-around shotgun, and I feel like we're really missing that nowadays. I can't even get a single hit on me, by the way. I'm dancing on him. Oh. Like, from a meta perspective, it might be a perfectly fine gun, this gun or whatever, but it's just, you don't get that satisfaction you get with like a good crack of a pump, honestly, I feel like we're really starting to develop a pretty solid map at this point. A pretty diverse, interesting map. I definitely think they did a better job than last chapter. Personally, I'm not hugely in favor of the whole 1 year per chapter thing. I personally feel like, 2 years, while I understand the want to condense that a little bit and not, have 2 whole years between every chapter, I do also definitely think that there's value to having a Fortnite season be, a much more significant length of time, a much bigger kind of investment and a bigger deal, where it's really easy for it to feel like each chapter is like its own completely definitive separate era, as opposed to now, where I feel like it'll definitely get easier for them to sort of blend together. I definitely really feel like we never fully got to see last chapter and the last, especially the map last chapter, fully come into its own in terms of development and really feeling attached to it. It really just kind of felt like it was a blip. It was significant at the time, but then it was just kind of over and we moved on to the next thing. Whereas, at least with this map, even though, I do feel like probably next season will be the last season, and I do still feel like that's a little fast. I do still prefer 2-year chapters. It does at least feel like this map is really getting, like, full, proper development and has really kind of evolved and changed over time. Looks like we've still got those little rift events. It's really interesting. So far, it does not look like I have encountered or that there's going to be any kind of mobility item for this season like there was last, and then this season I'm not seeing anything like that. I kind of thought that the boomerang would possibly serve that function, but it does not appear to have any kind of mobility tied to it. I honestly haven't put all that much thought into the new storm system since it was deployed, but it's very interesting the way I understand it, because this particular lobby, on most lobbies at this point, because it's the first of the season, but in this particular lobby, people are dying a lot faster, the storms should close in a lot more quickly, or be smaller, get smaller quicker. But I'm not really sure what that's going to look like in practice, because looking at the map right now, it still seems like we've got, for 9 people, that's quite a big circle. So maybe the next circle, you know, maybe it's on like a per circle basis. Maybe we'll see like the next circle will be significantly smaller. I know camping it out in last season's big POI is probably not the best content to demonstrate the latest season, but you know, that's kind of the strat, honestly. So now that I think about it, I feel like maybe this would be kind of a better example. You can see here, we've got the storm moving into itself much earlier. So it's not necessarily that the circle is smaller, because the circle's still the same size, but it's moving a lot more, which is going to cause people to have to rotate a lot sooner and a lot farther, and possibly cause more people to run into each other. That'll take care of that. Alright, so those two are fighting over there. I'd kind of like to get involved, but my positioning's much better, so I think I'm just going to wait it out over here. Just be a royal pain and try to get in the cheekiest pot shots I can manage. Yeah, see, that guy's crying. Easiest win of the season. Let's go. That was a great game, honestly. That actually went super well. I'm very happy with that. Let's go. Alright, so first win of the season out of the way. That took exactly 4 games, one of which I wasted riding a dinosaur. So I'm honestly pretty happy with that. It's not, you know, first game, first win, but that's a pretty solid performance. Honestly, this season is looking pretty good so far. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how it plays out with the lack of mobility, or if we're going to get some new mobility items pretty quickly. But I am loving the look of the new area and the feel of the season. The theming just really seems on point. But we're gonna take a look at the Victory umbrella now, which is the whole point, and I'll talk about it a little bit more. But Victory Royale there, very exciting. All right. I am loving this. That is an umbrella right there. The Nana umbrella. Victories by the bunches, baby. Let's go. That's awesome. I'm enjoying that a great deal. You know, you gotta equip it straight away on the first day. I'm loving the crown imagery, of course. As you would know, I would love the crown imagery. That is gonna go so hard with Peely skins. I grabbed my boy here to get a look. You know, I got my Peely here. Now all I need is a little crown for him. We've really got something going here. Let's go. I actually like that umbrella a lot. It's very different. I am very happy with the look of this umbrella. And I'm very happy with the way that this season's playing out so far. It definitely looks like it's going to be really interesting. I really love the new biome, which is honestly a pretty huge part of... I keep forgetting that they moved the quest thing. Obviously, I haven't gotten a chance to explore everything yet, but I'm really loving the look of the new biome and the theming. It definitely looks like it's going to be very interesting. The meta is also looking pretty solid. Having the drum shotgun back is a little interesting, but... With the new SMG that the SMG that they've brought back, that looks pretty cool. Maybe we'll get a little bit of a shake up in the shotgun meta, and I'll be a little bit happier with it later on, but nothing too bad. I'm very interested to see if we're going to get any kind of major shakeups in terms of like new mobility items. You can see here, it seems like they're really pushing the raptor riding thing kind of hard, which is a little odd because it's honestly just the same mechanic with an animal we haven't applied to yet. Like, it's not really any kind of real new mobility shakeup or anything, but I'm really excited to hop into some more games to keep playing, you know, off camera, of course, and really develop my opinion of the season a little bit more, catch a few more wins. That's going to be a lot of fun over the next few days. But that's probably going to be it from me here. I mean, solid season, solid Victory umbrella. I wasn't expecting anything crazy, and honestly, I was pretty pleasantly surprised. So this is probably where I'm going to leave it off. Thank you very much for watching if you made it this far. If you liked the video, you know, feel free to drop a like, of course. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this new season. You know, I'm very interested to see what other people are saying about it. It's always interesting. I usually wait until after I finish these videos, but it's always interesting to go on YouTube, go on Twitter, and see what other people are saying about it. You know, see if it's like the exact complete opposite of what I've been saying, which, you know, it usually is good half the time.
Feel free to check out my social media, link down below. Maybe I'll finally start posting and post some stuff about this season, who knows. But if you care, that's where you can find the music from this video as well. And I think that's about it. I think I'm going to leave it there. Again, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.